Hello, this is a how-to tutorial or directions on how to use the Self-Esteem Blackboard app. So once the app has been installed from the Google Play Store, you just open the app from or on your mobile device. The first screen that you'll see is basically the home screen, the landing screen with your title, and it says select an assignment. 5 things are provided for you here, and then down at the bottom you see some tabs that are there throughout the program, and those tabs are basically another way to help you maneuver through the different steps of the app. The first thing that you see is take or review self-esteem tests. So you simply click on those words to go to the test. Here you will enter your name, and then you will click Take Test. Tap Take Test, you get some info here that just explains the test and the purpose of the test. So we'll click OK, and then you're going to be presented with 47 questions. So how well does the following describe you? I seek status. And then you'll read these 5 answer choices, and you'll select an answer, and then you'll click this right arrow at the bottom to proceed to the next question. So I have already taken the test, so I want to show you what it looks like when you have completed the test. To do that, I will type in my name, because I used my name when I took the test, and instead of clicking Take Test, I'm going to click Get Results. So again, I get a menu, a screen of info here. I'm just going to click OK once I read through that, and here are my score reports. So you have several different score reports. First, this is talking about self-esteem and having a favorable impression about yourself based upon a personal evaluation of your capabilities. My score was 36, which is in the average range. When I took the test, I just clicked any answer choice, so I didn't really take the time to put my personal thoughts, but this is a sample of scores and whether they were in low, average, or the high range. Okay, I'm going to click Next Score to see the next type of score. The next measure is inflated self-esteem, and again I was a 26, and that put me on the average mark. Again, inflated self-esteem is explained here also. Here I have previous score or next score. If I want to go back to a previous score or to the next score, I'm able to move back and forth through my scores. Self-efficacy is described, and here's my measure for self-efficacy. Go to the next score. Body self-esteem, which is very important, which plays a very important part of self-esteem, is measured here. You can see there's the low, average, so the arrow kind of moves depending on your score. Next score, creative self-esteem. I'm right in the middle of the average range here. And this message just basically tells me that's the last score report. So those are the types of scores that a client or a student would get from the Self-Esteem Blackboard test or the self-concept test. To go back to the main screen, I will just click the Home button. So we've taken the test and we've reviewed the test results. The next thing that you can do, number 2, is learn how to improve self-esteem. So you will click on those words, and here you are provided with some text that basically explains self-esteem, what does the app do, and here we have some articles about self-esteem and what the audios included in the app are, what they are for, how they work, and why they are important. And then also an invitation to install another app called the CBT test app, which is cognitive behavioral therapy techniques, which are very helpful for self-esteem. So there we go with our tips on improving self-esteem. This arrow up here to the left is visible on all screens. That will take you back to the previous screen. So I can either click back, or I could have clicked home down here in the bottom. Either way would have been taken me back to the same place. Okay, number 3, listen to self-esteem audio. So I will click those words or tap those words. Here I have a long listing of audio tracks that are recorded for the client or the student. Some of them talk about self-esteem. For example, the self-esteem train ride with music, and basically what this talks about is it's a training exercise that allows you to think about negative thinking about yourself and change negative thoughts to positive thoughts. And then that same recording is listed here with music. Different things like that are provided. Also some relaxation recordings, some imagery, using of imagery. To see any of these, I would just click them. I'm going to get over some information, and I'll just click OK. Here I see some verbal or some on-screen text to tell me what to do as far as directions, and then you'll see a play and a stop at the top, so I can just click the play to hear the audio.
Just sit or lie back now. Close your eyes and relax, and let yourself be comfortable.
I can pause the play by just clicking the pause, and then play again will start from that point.
The best way to relax is to sit with your feet.
And if I want to stop, I can click the stop. When I'm done with this, I can click the arrow again up here to go back, and I'm back to my listing of all of the different audio activities and things that are there for me. One thing to mention is that even though this is an app for independent use, this can be used in therapy or in counseling. Some of these experiences can be done together in a counseling session. So one of the recordings tells the client to use a blackboard or write down some of the negative thoughts and then erase them and come up with positive thoughts. And that's a really helpful technique to help people change and learn how to change those negative thoughts. Those things can actually be done in the counseling session. They can bring their mobile device, they can use your mobile device to actually do those activities as part of counseling. Okay, creating affirming self-statements is the fourth option. So let's tap that. Here we have three options. We have the affirmation entry, affirmation history, and articles. The affirmation entry is a place where clients can actually go in and type some affirmations as they see them. We encourage them to just take their mobile device anytime that they notice or feel an affirmation and record it. So tap that. Here you have a scroll in the middle that says create your affirmations. Tap to do that. So simply tap that. And here you have the date, and it asks to write a statement about yourself. So the student can come in and type an affirmation and put anything that happened, if someone pointed something out to them, something that they thought about that made them feel positive about themselves. They can come in and say anything they would like. You just type that using the on-screen keyboard. Once you're finished with that, you will see up at the top, you will click the disk to save this into the history. And when you do that, you automatically will see the history. Here's some things I typed in earlier just to show how that would look. And you can scroll up and down to view the history. To go back, you'll click this left arrow. One other thing I wanted to show you is when you are creating your affirmations, if this was something that happened yesterday or last week and you forgot to record it, the client can go in and actually tap the calendar and change the date, which is a good thing to make sure that you do record all things. Those dates can be very helpful in counseling. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back home. We're going to click the home button here because it was asking me to type an affirmation, and I wasn't going to do that just to show you this. Another thing I wanted to show you was the affirmation history. This is an alternative way. If you're not entering an affirmation and you just want to check the affirmation, you can click here and you see the same thing. You do have options up at the top if you want to see these by week, month, or all. You have those options. Okay, and then articles. Articles are some really good psychoeducational tools here to help students and clients learn about self-esteem, learn about ways of improving their self-esteem, and different techniques that they can do. Here they can find an article. Here's one on irrational thinking. Tap the article and simply just read the on-screen text by scrolling down through the article. Again, our left arrow up at the top, and we are back to our affirmations page. The last thing is number 5, which is review your affirmations. And again, this is another way of taking us back to our overall listing of affirmations. That's just a quicker way to do it if we didn't want to go through the number 4 step. Again, at the bottom, tabs are here, so if you didn't go through 1 through 5, you could come to any of these. If you wanted to jump to audio or journal articles, you could do so. The great thing about this app is that it saves everything that you do, so your affirmations are there the next time you start the app, as well as your answers to the self-esteem test are there. So if you stop the test in the middle and come back later, all your things will be scored. So that is the how-to for the Self-Esteem Blackboard app. I think it's a very simple system to maneuver, and everything is pretty much explained, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.